First and foremost, I want to dispel the notion that CHAN is an insignificant competition. I think that sounds like a rhetoric that is espoused and a verbosity by people who are politically illiterate about patriotism and the love for their country. This CHAN is not hosted in Zambia, Malawi, it's hosted in South Africa. We must be the host. We've got 16 teams. The fact that it's not on the calendar of FIFA, it doesn't make it insignificant. It's good in terms of the development of the local players for different countries. I was dismayed and I think quite disappointed for some of us to express views to the extent that this is not important. The debate about players is good to have it for clubs, but don't denigrate the competition. This is significant and South Africa must go all out and win. And it doesn't matter who they play against, because other teams will love to come here and beat South Africa in South Africa. And that is very much important. So our people must come out in their numbers, support our national team. And those players who have been given a chance by Gordon Ijesant, let them go all out and basically make our country proud and deliver the goods for South Africa. And that is very much important for us. And they must never at any point go to the field with a small-minded mentality that this is not a competition worth their participation. All countries, when they agree to host the Africa Cup of Nations, it comes with CHAN. We are not the first people to have hosted the competition. We are the first people to be participating not by qualification but by status of host. All those who come here, they've qualified. They played against each other, knocked each other out. Mozambique is not coming here because it's Christmas. Come, you are our neighbor. They won. It will be a scandal that South Africa is beaten by Mozambique by all standards. Who do we want to judge ourselves? We are not going to the World Cup. We are hosting Brazil, right? We'll get points if we win, just like we did with Spain. But we've got to judge ourselves by winning competitions like CHAN, because we qualify for that. Because South Africa did not qualify for the World Cup. So this is our World Cup. And we are building South African team that will withstand the test of time going into the future. Probably looking at the talent even here in the country that would not have utilized under normal circumstances, because we would have gone to Europe, went to poach players to come here. We are now using the domestic players. And if you want your domestic in South Africa, who is the best in the domestic? It's in the PSL. Of course, the coach can look at FND and Vodacom, whatever. But look, this is not a child's play. We need to win this particular thing. And it is important for our country. It is important for our national team. At this lateness of hour, we say to our people, come out in your numbers. This is not a show for minnows. And our team must go and compete against the best in the African continent, because for them to arrive in Johannesburg, they did not come because they were co-opted or they were selected among the best. They came because they won their right to come and compete here. And they'll be coming here to beat South Africa. And the mentality that this is a no-show, and even if you lose, it doesn't matter because it won't affect your stature, it's not correct. Your image, your pride, your patriotism will be affected. You will remain mediocre for life. So we are rising against mediocrity. We are reclaiming our position where we belong, among the best in the African continent. And there's no other place where we've got to judge ourselves by any standards except the African continent. If we emerge in CHAN, we will imagine the African continent as a team that is rising from the ashes and on its journey to conquer in the African continent.